Welcome back to PoisonCap. I'm DST.
I'm Chloe Bourgeois.
Is that really her name from the show?
Yeah.
Okay, Bourgeois. Jeez. Yeah. So, I lost my train of thought because of that. Anyway, going back into the Precursor City. So, yeah. You know, that's a conversation starter, not your fucking bougie shit. But, Gamescom, how about you tell the people? So Gamescom is a gaming convention, as is, in the same vein as,
EA. E3?
E3, yeah. It's pretty much the new E3, because Gamescom only started, like, last year. No, 2 years ago. It was 2017. So it's just another event where people, you know, reveal games.
Hey.
And I don't know who is going to be there besides Rockstar. And speaking of Rockstar, what is it, the game that you're excited that they might announce?
Okay, I'm hoping they announce it, but it's Bully 2. Holy fuck! If you guys don't know, Bully is Rockstar's, I would say most controversial next to GTA, only because it's a lot more realistic. So you're a 15-year-old kid going through the ranks of high school and his town in Bullworth, and basically the whole thing is you just going through nerds, jocks, sluts, fucking greasers and all that shit. And you're supposed to bully them until it's kind of like a Scarface thing, where you go to the ranks of becoming the king of the school.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. It's so old and like so simple that you can even download it on your iPhone, which blew me the fuck away when I first saw you playing that on your iPhone like a fucking couple years ago.
Yeah, and it looks so good, and because they remastered it, it looks a lot more better than than any not remaster, but on the PS2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
It looks so much better. Bully was controversial in the fact that it, quote-unquote, taught kids how to bully other kids. So, it's funny because we were just talking about this whole thing about video game makes kids violent.
Yeah, just to date the episode, in case anybody watches this in the future, we're recording this on, whatchamacallit?
August 14th.
August 15th.
August 15th.
August 15th, 2019. So this, a major event happened, and a lot of people, you know, are blaming video games for violence. So that's a hot topic again, as it is like every other fucking year.
I will say though, at the time, I can see why Bully was controversial, because I'll be honest, I was one of those kids that like, damn, I want to try these out. I mean, it was never like I wanted to beat up kids, but it's like, oh, on the off chance any bullies try to fuck with me, I'll fucking do what the old man and Bully taught me.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, a lot of video games, you know, they're, like, too fantastical to ever imitate, but Bully was pretty much as ingrained in, like, reality as you can for a kid. Because it's like you're just building shit, you know, making stink bombs in science class, which you absolutely could do.
Yeah.
And, like, stink bombs, at least when I was a kid, that was, like, the #1 like prank. Oh my god, actually, fucking did it in only 2 tries. So yeah, we're done with this fucking area. Good
nice.
Riddance. I hate this area. Usually I die so many times on that climbing up challenge, but yeah, Bully is just like, so all the things that you could do in that game are like so easily accessible for anybody to do.
Yeah.
So
it's just, and again, it's funny because my mom, when she watched me play it, because she was the one that bought it, that actually rented for me at Blockbusters. Yes, that's how long ago it was. She let me rent the game, but then when she saw me play it, she was like, oh no, I can't let you play this. And so I was never able to play it until a few years later, when I was able to, when I bought it myself. It's probably one of Rockstar's best games, only because unlike GTA 5, which is like, at this point, just like a fantasy kind of game, it's not like based in reality anymore. I still think it's one of Rockstar's best games, Bully.
yeah.
And if they do make a Bully 2, holy fucking shit, I will piss myself.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's funny because the game was rated T for teen, but it was a lot not darker, but just had like a lot more adult jokes than I even fucking realized.
Yeah.
Also, there was a really weird mission where a fucking your coach asks you to go to the girls' dormitory and pick up 5 panties for him. And I was
didn't I play that mission, or didn't you? Okay.
And at the time I was like, huh, that's funny. But now I'm just like, wow, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That just reminds me of that one episode of SpongeBob where, you know, like, Patrick and SpongeBob are just, like, fucking hanging around. And then they're just like, it's the, are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
I guess you'll miss
the panty raid. It's like, wow, what the fuck?
That was so weird. And it turns out they were raiding Mr. Krabs' grandma or something like that.
Yeah, no, it's Mr. Krabs' mom.
Oh.
That's like even weirder. And yeah, fucking watching Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy, it's just so weird how much just shit they get away with. Or, not even that, just how weird that fucking show in general is. I like how Grim Adventures of Billy Mandy, out of context, that is like getting so big that like a bunch of other cartoons are getting their own out of context Twitters. Like fucking Flapjack got an out of context one, and it's weirdly surprising, or I guess it shouldn't be surprising, how creepy that show is.
Flapjack was so like, I don't know, it was most of the time like it was just very unsettling.
Oh my god, there was one out of context one where it's just like Flapjack and Knuckles are trying to look for like stories to write.
Yeah.
And they went to him, Dr. Barber, who, if you couldn't tell, he's a doctor and a barber.
Oh,
but
say
But there was one where just like Knuckles is like, hey, do you have any stories, particularly ones with bad endings? And Dr. Barber was like, yes, I have one story. It stars 2 people named Knapples and Jack Flap. They went into Dr. Barber's shop saying that they wanted a story, but what they really wanted was surgery.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and they're just like, so they had a little bit of Dr. Barber's tea, and they fell asleep. And when they woke up, surgery. And when they go to sleep, it like zooms in on Flapjack's face. And then when it zooms out, they're like mangled pieces of different body parts.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Dude, that's like that fucking, what do you call it? It's like that weird urban legend where like some guy or some girl asks this guy out on a date after like meeting them at a bar, and then they have a good time, they go to a motel, and like the guy gets fucking drunk but passes out because his drink got spiked, and he woke up in the bathtub full of ice with stitches on his like ribs or something. I don't know where the fucking kidney is. Like, for all I know, it could be in the feet. And like there was a note saying like, you should probably call the cops if you want to live.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Also, it's not really a trick or anything, but pretty much this entire level is one big circle and all loops around on itself. Normally you cannot get over there, like that's the end of the level right there. But if you ever wanted to try this level in reverse, you can just roll jump. Okay, you could just roll jump over there and just try the level out in a different way. There's no advantages, there's no real disadvantages. It's just, fun to I'm really fucking this up right now. It's just fun to, just go around and play the game differently. This is what happens when you play this game once a year for goddamn nearly 20 years. So, but yeah, just a fun little thing. Also, speaking of scary stories, you, me, and Emmy watched a really good fucking movie.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? That was such a fucking good movie.
I fucking love that movie. God damn.
It's funny because the trailer was so bad. I don't know if you guys remember the trailer, but it was just so awfully made that I just thought, wow, this is gonna be a lame-ass movie. But it was being praised, and I was like, you know what, I'll check it out. And to my surprise, it was genuinely that good.
Yeah.
And what pisses me off is that this is exactly what Goosebumps should have been.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Goosebumps, and I'm talking about the one with Jack Black.
Yeah, the film Goosebumps.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing where like the stories come to life, but the only difference is because it's rated PG, and it's a kids movie, it's more of a comedy family movie instead of a actual horror movie like its original predecessor was. And Scary Stories actually delivered being a fucking scary movie.
Yeah, it's a PG-13 movie, just so you guys know. And, yeah, it was really fucking good. I'm also so happy that I didn't look at any trailers or any promotional media, because, it kind of gives away what stories are going to be in it. And if you've read the book, you kind of know the most traumatizing stories, and they really, for this movie, they really did choose the best of the best. I won't say, what stories, just to...
If it's your favorite, I guarantee you it's gonna be in.
Yeah, if it's your favorite. However, if you haven't read the book, they do have like a comedy section where it's just like funny stories that involve spookiness.
Right.
None of the funny stories are in the book. It's only scary stories. So, but still good. The visual effects blow me the fuck away. I love it. It's the same people that do Hellboy and Hellboy 2. So, and that makes sense because it's Guillermo del Toro behind this movie. He's not directing the movie, he's producing, and he had a very large hand in like a lot of the decisions made in the movie.
The monsters, like if you recognize the monsters in the book, it is like straight out of the book. It looks like extremely faithful. It's almost as if they just like ripped it right off the page.
Yeah, as somebody who was traumatized by those fucking images, it's scary how like well they translated 2D to 3D. And if you know me, I love me some transitional 2D to 3D. I mean, I fucking love Guilty Gear and all that shit, where it's like 3D but it looks 2D and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But oh, whoops, I died. So those little floating platforms where if you stand on them, one moves up. It's very hard to get the precursor orbs on there, so you're gonna want to get powered up with blue eco first, so you can just magnetize the things. And I hate how the checkpoint is like all the way back here, but that's no problem. And oh yeah, I completely forgot that to address the oops, I got the wrong eco. I completely forgot to address the fact that this is the first time you're getting yellow eco. So yeah, you're gonna have to want to get some yellow eco for yourself, and just the square button. The yellow eco replaces the square button, so you can't punch, but you can fire off blasts. So actually, I think to get the thing, you want to just jump. Okay, so you can just jump on top of this thing. I did not know that. So,
damn.
Is that okay? That's all of them. Okay, so we can leave this area. Are we gonna get fucked? Yeah, just kill that frog. The frog will latch his tongue onto you, and when he does, it won't be long until he sends an electric blast that does some damage. So you're gonna have to want to do a spin dash or do a punch dash, to break the tongue. So yeah. What were you talking about? Scary stories. Yeah.
I actually got to watch it again with my cousins,
nice.
And it was, I don't know why, but it felt better like watching it the second time. It's a lot, because I'll be honest, like I love watching horror movies, but I'm such a pussy when it comes to like watching it in theaters, because I'm so like, I'm squeamish. I close my eyes and shit like that, and like when like I don't usually like open my eyes until I see the jump scare, and even then I don't fully see it. So watching it the second time, the scares are actually genuinely like scary. Like arguably you can say that jump scares are not as scary as they were, but I think they utilize it pretty well in this movie.
Yeah, and what's great about this is that the book Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is a children's book. Like I I remember getting mine at a fucking Scholastic book fair, and there were always listings for it in the book orders. I'm not even sure if kids still have them these days, but I know book fairs are still a thing.
It's funny because... Oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna continue on. I'm saying that because at their kids' books, they don't get like super bloody. Like there is no like somebody's arm gets like torn off and there's blood splattering. You know, you might get like there's blood in the fact that when you fall down, you get roughed up.
Right.
But there isn't like anything like super bloody gory. Like you can still show this movie to kids. Like it's like I feel like this movie is like a my first horror movie. Like genuine horror movie, not just popcorn scare kind of movie. And I think that's really good. If you're hemophobic, that's a phobia of blood. I know Emmy has that, but yeah, if you're hemophobic, you don't really have to worry. There's not any like spraying blood and all that stuff. It's fairly tame. It's not a fucking Hereditary.
It's not a Hereditary. It's not Insidious. There's no blood. There's no guts. It's just it's just purely like scares.
Yeah.
And not even like, I don't know, maybe kids, I feel like little kids will get like really scared from this, but
I mean, of course, that's a given. The books were even scary to me.
But I feel like for middle schoolers and high schoolers, like those are gonna be a fun watch.
Oh yeah,
it's like
definitely.
It's a good Friday night kind of movie, but also it's also a very, I don't know, to me, a traditional Halloween movie that I can see myself watching like every Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely. I will absolutely buy this fucking movie on Blu-ray and watch it every Halloween.
It's so, oh my god. The only thing, like, I'm hoping that they make a sequel, but I guess they are. Actually, no, they're going to. The movie already made like so much money.
Yeah, the movie's budget was what?
20 million.
20 million, and it made what was it? 15 million in the first week?
20 million.
20
So
million.
basically, they already made their money via like their first weekend.
Yeah.
And if it keeps going, yeah, they're definitely gonna make a sequel.
Yeah. Also, this is just a battle arena. Just survive for like a couple minutes and you'll be good. But yeah. Also, if you guys didn't know, there are 3 books for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and the movie does the first book. So logically, they'll be making movies for all 3 of the books, hopefully, if the second movie does well, which I highly doubt that it won't. I'm pretty sure it'll be a good one and make its money back. And even if it doesn't, fucking Guillermo del Toro, he's a fucking master of his craft, and he's very committed to all the stuff that he does.
Guillermo del Toro loves monsters.
Yeah,
like
God.
Hellboy, The Shape of Water, Pacific Rim.
Fucking Mama, goddamn Crimson Peak. That's like the only...
Crimson Peak was so bad.
Crimson Peak is the only Guillermo del Toro movie that I haven't watched. How can we forget Pan's Labyrinth? That's like
Pan's Labyrinth is his... What is it? Magnum opus.
Yeah, that's like... When you think of Guillermo del Toro, you think Pan's Labyrinth. God,
for Americans, Hellboy.
Well,
but
yeah,
for international, I would say Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. But yeah, he's such a fucking monster guy. And you could tell that there was so much love put into Scary Stories. Because it's like, there's minimal CG, and most of the stuff is people in suits, like physical props and all that stuff. And that's some real dedication for like combining like not only bringing the 2D drawing to life, but to bring them into like physical like 2D or 3D plane, just making them a tangible thing that you can touch on set. Like, that's crazy.
They even got some of the people from America's Got Talent who like I forgot what it was, but they can do like extraordinary things with their bodies.
This one guy who is like I believe the term is a contortionist. Somebody who can contort their body all over. And he made his big like spotlight thing on America's Got Talent. But because of that, I totally forget what his first movie was. I know that it was The
Conjuring 2.
Okay, The Conjuring 2, and then he later worked on Mama as the crazy ghost mommy. So,
yeah. Actually, no, the Mama was first, and then Conjuring 2.
Oh, the Mama. Okay.
He was the the fucking Umbrella Man? No. The Crooked Man.
Crooked Man, that's the name.
Which, by the way, we're gonna get another fucking movie. If you guys don't... Speaking of horror movies... Speaking of universe movies, you know, we have our Marvel movies, we have our DC movies, we have our not that well Fantastic Beast movies, but the one thing that I actually am stuck with, I've stuck with since 2010 is the Conjuring universe. They already made The Conjuring, they made The Nun, and they made Annabelle, which all those movies, despite some of them being just total garbage, like The Nun, Jesus Christ, it's made so much money that they're making spin-offs. So the next one, before the final Conjuring 3 movie, they're gonna make The Crooked Man. And I'm assuming they're still gonna get that guy.
Yeah. I feel like that guy... Fucking hell. I feel like that guy is like the same suit actor from Predator and Alien. I forget his name. He recently passed away, but he was the only guy... He was like a tall ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
But he was the guy to wear the Alien and Predator suits. God, I wish I could remember his name. Emmy, if you can throw his name up on screen. But yeah, he's a really cool dude. But yeah, he was just known as like the monster suit guy. So, and he kind of had like job security because of that. And I feel like this contortionist guy has job security because he's the only guy who could fucking move around the way he does. So,
God, I don't want to even spoil it. You guys really need to watch the movie.
Go watch the movie. There are some things that you cannot believe this man can fucking do. But yeah, on that note, we're gonna end the episode off here. And yeah, we're in the middle of the swamp. And as you can see right here, we've got the Flut. So if you...
the dodo bird?
Yeah, if you did not save the dodo bird at the beginning of the game, he does not appear here. So yeah, next episode we'll be writing him. So, I'm DST.
I'm Chloe Bourgeois.
And until next time, stay gold, my dudes.